Hi guys, this is Tasha. Welcome back for another video. Thank you guys so much for joining me. So today, y'all, we are going to be doing a mukbang, and I have my husband on with me today. Super excited to just eat, talk, all the things, y'all. So let's go ahead and get right into this video, guys. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, so we have gotten our food from a restaurant right in our neighborhood called Stove and Tap. It's more like a pub, but it's a really cute scene. When I say that it's right behind us, it could literally be connected to our building. We love this place. They have a really nice menu. Their menus are like seasonal, but they have really good food. So we're gonna go ahead and dig right on in. So I have a New York strip steak. Can you guys see that? And I also have a loaded baked potato. I have some boardwalk french fries, which are my favorite, and some broccoli and cheddar soup. What do you have, Bean?
I have some crab dip. I have the crab dip, and also I have, I can't even tell you the name of this.
It's called a short rib and mushroom pasta. That's what he has.
I'm gonna take my chances on this show. I'm gonna see what's going on with this, but listen, I'm ready to eat. You know, we have to go through all these formalities, but we gotta get to this food.
We gotta get to the food. He's been like, listen, come on. I'm like, we gotta get it right, honey.
She says, she tells me I'm a professional now, so we have to have everything right. But she does not understand. My stomach is empty and I'm ready to eat. This is one of my favorite hobbies, is to eat.
Yo, he is not lying.
I'm not lying.
Yet he is so slender, and look at me. I eat one thing and I gain like 5 pounds. All right, so here is your utensil.
Give me the green one. Give me the green one. The green knife.
Oh, the green one.
Yes.
Oh, there you go. And first of all, I've never had their broccoli and cheddar soup, so I cannot wait to get into this soup, guy. Not better than Panera. I can tell you that. My husband has his favorite juice, and I'm going to be having ginger ale, my absolute favorite. And let me just go ahead and eat my fries. So let me just share a little secret with you guys. French fries is my favorite food. I can eat French fries and I can eat potato chips any day of the week. I love French fries, and they have the best French fries. Not the best, but in this area, the best. So my husband's name is Derek, in case you guys are wondering.
Hello.
And we do marriage ministry together. We have a ministry called 360 Degree Marriage Ministry. We have come on and collaborated. He has a YouTube channel. I'm going to link that down below. We've done a few videos together on this channel, talking about relationships and things like that. So we wanted to come on here and start like a little series, like a little relationship series. So, this is our first one. Super informal. We don't really have a topic, but we just kind of wanted to kind of let you guys, you know who we are, give you guys a little bit of a background of us, how we met, how long we've been married, all the things. So you go ahead, baby.
We've been married now for what, going on 17 years.
Literally in a week, like a week and a half.
Yeah. June the 6th. June the 6th, we'll be officially married 18 or 17.
Is it 18? I think it's 18 years.
18 years.
That's a hot mess.
Been together 23. So we do have some history. We got some long history together.
Longevity.
We've had our ups and our downs in this in our life, but we're still together, and not just together, but we're happy.
Right.
I think our relationship is stronger than it's ever been, and I can just say we love each other, we respect each other as much as we possibly can. We're still growing.
We have a lot of fun.
Yeah, we do have a lot of fun. And speaking of that, having a lot of fun, you know, way things are in 2022 and how things have been the past couple of years, man. It's you got to find some positivity and some laughter because things are just, there are some things that are just going on that are so negative, you know. So we find a way to maneuver through it together. You know, we're empty nesters.
Yes, happily.
Our life has transitioned.
Empty nesters, yes.
Our life has transitioned from what it was in just the past year. We have transitioned from into a whole new state. My job has had relocated us and things like that. But at first it was kind of iffy or weren't for sure, but we trusted God and moved out into the area of Pennsylvania. And ever since we've been here, doors have been opened. We've been having a good time. I mean, it's so much. We have so much fun, and there's so much peace. So that's just a little intel about us. We have a lot more to share. So we just want to again welcome you all to our life.
Yes.
And we hope that as we go along, we can share things that will help someone that is watching this channel. And I'm sure we do. But like she said, we like to have fun, we like to laugh, but also we like to be relevant in what we're doing.
Absolutely. And what I would say, y'all, is, you know, down in the comment section of this video, if you would just give us like some topic ideas, some things that we could discuss, or things that you would like for us to discuss, and we will tackle it. Because we just love. We say this to people all the time. Like, we do have this passion for relationships and for people and just for love in general.
Yes.
So definitely want to just open up and share, you know, with you guys and just have a little bit of fun. I know this is a lot different, even the setup for this channel, but I'm really stepping outside of the box, y'all, and just doing what feels organic to me.
Yeah, this is something different
This is
for us.
good.
Yeah, the food is good. This is something we're stepping out of the box, looking into a camera while we chew food. But
listen, when I first told him, I was like, babe, let's do a mukbang. He was like, a what? He didn't even know what it was. But when I explained it to him, he was like, okay.
told you my favorite thing is to eat. So
yeah, and so we could not agree on what we were gonna eat today. I wanted P.F. Chang's so bad, so y'all, we will be having P.F. Chang soon. He didn't want P.F. Chang.
No.
I finally talked him into P.F. Chang's, and I went to go order it, and it was like an hour and a half wait. So.
Well, I'm more of a seafood guy. I really would love just to have that whole seafood thing set up here. But my wife has shellfish allergies, so that would be something. If we did do it, I would have to have like a spacer between us and all types of stuff. But that's more of my thing. I love seafood. I love crab legs, snow crab, king crab legs. I love seafood. I love fish. I love all of that. So hopefully we can get into having that set up here.
We are definitely gonna do some kind of seafood. So I can have scallops, mussels, clams, and fish. So I was thinking he could have his lobster, his crab legs, his shrimp. I could have mine. It would just have to be prepared separately. And we are definitely gonna do a seafood boil because he and my daughter, they love seafood boils. So definitely looking forward. These french fries are so good.
She's not gonna eat her other stuff. I'll get full.
Well, I always get full off of the appetizers. Let me tell you, this soup is, the flavor is there, but I like chunks of broccoli in my broccoli and cheddar soup, and it's like really, it's too minced for me, so I'm not really interested in that.
Yeah.
How's your dip?
It's good. Everything's good. Everything's good. Everything's good. You know, but kind of shifting gears here a little bit. We've come into past couple months or so. We've come across some situations where seem like in relationships people have a communication problem. And one thing that we always talk about and always try to drive home is how important communication truly is in a relationship, and understanding that that in a relationship your communication has to evolve. It can't, as time goes on and you grow, your communication has to grow also in certain situations depending on what it is. The lack of communication leaves the door open for so many assumptions and so many different things. Especially speaking as a man, communicating, I had to learn how to communicate with my wife, with Tasha, over the years, and not just communicating and understanding her, but more importantly, communicating what was going on with me. And in my mind as a man, and sometimes that would be a hard thing to do, as a man trying to provide or trying to be that leader, or trying to be strong. Sometimes you have those internal battles where you're trying to handle business. As men, we have so many things coming our way, as far as like I said, providing and trying to make sure that your spouse is good and make sure that the children are good, and thinking about future things, thinking about the future of trying to have generational wealth, or whatever it is, and there's so many things that we can have carrying in our mind that we don't always share with everybody else around us. And when that thing begins to compile or pile up on us, it becomes pressure. It's pressure just built up, and sometimes we don't know how to really release it or communicate it with anybody. So our actions sometimes could come out, or our lack of attention, our attention span is off because, we have so much going on up in here. And we don't communicate it, because sometimes it feels like if I let that out, it seems like I don't have, have things under control or things like that. So, for me, developing a better communication skill, understanding that, my wife is here as a helpmate, and, and for us to walk this thing out together. There's so much that, she's able to do to help bring that. She's helped me over the years bring out the step up in my communicating. And being able to be open to her, without feeling that, I'm being vulnerable, without feeling like I'm going to get destroyed, or whatever. What I put out there would just be dismissed, but she honors that. So that's really helped over the years to become stronger in my communication.
Yeah, and I want to say too, I think in the beginning of our marriage, I felt like nonverbal communication was going to get me understood or get me heard, and I would do that thing that we do, ladies, that silent treatment. And when I realized that, yeah, it got his attention and everything, but at the end of it all, I still had to communicate with him and tell him exactly what I felt, what was wrong. And I was like, well, if I'm going to do it anyway, I'm just going to stop doing like that nonverbal silent treatment and really just open my mouth and share with him when something is wrong. And that's what I do. Like, he'll tell you, if something's bothering me, I try to address it in the moment and not let it linger and not even play that. Because I think the silent treatment thing, I think it's a game. I've played it, I know it. It's a game. It's like, okay, I'm going to get his attention by not speaking to him. But I realized that I get so further ahead with him and with our relationship when I just share what's on my heart and let him know how I feel. So that's just a tip for us ladies, because I know sometimes we're so agitated and we're like, you know what, I don't even have anything to say. And another thing too is that we learn how to have healthy dialogue or healthy arguments that are non-dangerous. And I say non-dangerous because I feel like, if we allow ourselves to get too upset and too loud or whatever like that, we'll just get escalated and start saying things. So that's something, like I would say, like over the past 10 years, we have done very well with that. Just, you know, communicating differently and very calmly, and it has really worked in our favor.
Very much so. It has, very much, because once again, speaking from the man's point of view, you know, once voices are raised, it's almost like there's a challenge towards the manhood or who you are. You know what I mean? A challenge against being the alpha in a sense. And it's like, okay, you know, when that begins to happen, you know, if you don't have the maturity within your emotions, you know, knowing how to control yourself, how to control myself, you know, that easily can escalate so quickly. Right. Into a screaming match. And to be honest, you know, in our younger years, that was the norm. That was the norm too, because we didn't understand really how to communicate except to scream. And we would get into those intense conversations, I say. Right. But after a while, that becomes, you know, when you really want your relationship, we really wanted our relationship to go to another level. And become tired, you know, you're tired of, you know, whenever we have a disagreement, and to really sit back and think and talk, you know, what we could talk about. And it helped us so much to really begin to have a conversation. One's listening while the other's talking, you know, and then, you know, pointing certain things out of, you know, that we were able to grab hold of. And over time, it just continued to grow. We just built it. It didn't happen overnight. But it did begin to happen because we put ourselves in a position to do so. And one of the main things that I'll say about that is we put Christ in the center of it. Yes. That is the main thing. That part. That was the main thing for us, was we put Christ in the center. We put that in the whole situation, which began to shift everything that we did and how we looked at it, you know. And our respect level went to another level, everything. So, you know, like I said, if you don't get anything out of what I just said, you know, putting Christ in the center of it and making sure that he is leading that, it changes the whole dynamics of things.
It really does. And I think another thing that I used to do that annoyed the crap out of my husband is that when we were having a heated dialogue, I would cut him off. And listen, sometimes I still do it. Look, y'all. I'm a work in progress. Sometimes I still do it. Well, what I have learned to do, guys, is whenever we're having a heated dialogue and he's talking, I just jot down notes in my phone while he's talking, just because I don't want to lose my thought and lose my point. And he'll tell you, that's what I do now, because it's prevented me from having to like cut him off. And the reason why I would cut him off is because I didn't want to forget my point. But now I just write things down while we're dialoguing and, you know, communicate.
Time out. Did y'all just see how fast she said that? Like she rolled those words out so quickly. Now that's when it would happen, when she would cut me off. See, as a man, I can't get my thoughts out as fast. Right. So when she comes and cuts off, she'll put a whole paragraph together of just cutting. And it's like, I'm still trying to get out 2 words. And she done cut me off and gave me a whole paragraph. And I mean, she's reading it. And it's like, I'm sitting there, I'm frustrated because I'm trying to get my word. I want to get this in. Next thing you know, I done forgot what I was supposed to say. And now it's like, so now it's even more frustrating, you know. So those are the type of things, like when you're having, you know, conversations or having when an argument comes, because arguments do come. You got to know how to handle them. Yeah. You know, and you got to know when to cut them off also. You got to know when to stop the arguments, because sometimes you can beat a dead horse. You know what I'm saying? Like, say your part, have enough respect for each other to, you know, like apologize or whatever like that. But yes, like I said, I stopped cutting him off and I started just jotting things down, and I feel like it has really worked, because, and I will say this, y'all, we don't argue that much. We might argue, I don't know, like once every 3 months or something. We don't even argue. It's more of like a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? So it's not like it's a
all the time thing. Thankfully, we've worked so hard, and I mean so hard, on our communication skills. And honestly, that is what got us to where we are not having disagreements or arguments.
Right.
That we have developed over the years a level of respect for one another. I think that has gotten us super far in our marriage. So we really do not have arguments and all. And it's so funny because, you know, our kids are grown and they have their own, you know, homes now. But they will tell you, even to this day, we have never heard our mom and dad argue. They have not even once. And because we don't have those loud, dangerous arguments to begin with, and we don't argue that often because, like I said, no, we did back in the day.
Yeah.
But like I said, we have learned from our mistakes over the years, and we've just learned how to communicate. And also, too, we've learned each other. So look, I know what would make him tick, and he knows, the same thing. So we try not to do that, and it really helps just prevent arguments anyway. Listen, we didn't even have a topic coming into this, but this is really good.
Yeah.
Now y'all see, oh, it's dry. I spilled something on my shirt. I was going to tell y'all in the beginning two things. One, we set our grace off camera, in case anyone's wondering. And two, I cannot eat anything ever without spilling something. Ever. Without spilling something on my shirt. Ever.
And that's the truth. I don't know how she does it every
I'm
time.
trying.
She does it.
And I like to eat with my fingers a little bit. So that annoys him when we're out in public. He's like, babe, please stop eating with your finger. Let me tell you, the baked potato is good. It just doesn't have enough butter and sour cream for me, so I'm gonna save that for later. But this steak is so good. I don't know if I told y'all, but it's a New York strip steak. My favorite steak is a ribeye, but they didn't have it. And I love a fatty steak. This has no fat on it, but it's still really, really good. I really love it. And I can just put A1 sauce on it 20 times. I love A1, but it's really, really, really good. It looks like I tasted his. It tastes really good. And it tastes like the sauce has horseradish in it.
It does.
It does? Yeah, that's what I thought. That's what I got. So yeah, we've been married for many, many years, and now we are empty nesters with the grandparents, y'all, and we are living. This food was amazing. Love this. Definitely excited to come back on again with my baby and, you know, share with you guys and all of that. So that's it, guys. Like I said, like, comment, and subscribe, and we will see you in our next mukbang.
All right.